Question 1. An insurance adjuster has just received a claim for property damage caused by a hurricane. The claimant has provided a list of damaged items along with estimated repair costs. Which of the following steps is the most important for the adjuster to take next? A. Immediately approve the claimant's repair costs. B. Review the policy for coverage and exclusions related to hurricane damage. C. Accept the claimant's statement as sufficient evidence. D. Send the claimant a settlement offer without further investigation. Answer. B. Review the policy for coverage and exclusions related to hurricane damage. Explanation. The most important step the adjuster should take is to review the policy to ensure that the damage caused by the hurricane is covered and to check for any exclusions related to hurricane damage, such as flood exclusions. This helps ensure that the claim is being processed in accordance with the policy's terms and conditions. Option is incorrect because the adjuster must first verify coverage before approving any costs. Option C is incorrect as the adjuster's role involves verifying the accuracy of the claimant's statement, not accepting it unconditionally. Option D is incorrect because issuing a settlement offer without full investigation could lead to improper claim handling or a violation of ethical standards. This process aligns with Florida insurance law, which requires adjusters to properly investigate claims before offering settlements. Florida Statutes Chapter 626. Question 2. Scenario. Mr. Rodriguez was involved in a car accident and is filing a bodily injury claim. His medical records show treatment for injuries sustained in the accident, but he has not provided a complete history of prior injuries. How should the adjuster proceed in evaluating Mr. Rodriguez's claim? A. Approve the claim immediately as the medical records are sufficient. B. Request a full medical history from Mr. Rodriguez to assess the extent of the injuries. C. Deny the claim due to incomplete medical records. D. Accept the claim but reduce the payout based on assumed pre-existing conditions. Answer. B. Request a full medical history from Mr. Rodriguez to assess the extent of the injuries. Explanation. The adjuster must obtain a complete medical history to assess the extent of the injuries and determine the causality of the accident. This is necessary to ensure the claim accurately reflects the injuries directly caused by the accident and not by pre-existing conditions. A thorough investigation is critical in these cases to avoid potential fraud or misrepresentation. Option is incorrect because the adjuster must ensure the injuries are directly related to the accident and additional medical history is essential for this assessment. Option C is incorrect because denying the claim without a complete investigation would be premature and potentially violate fair claims practices. Option D is incorrect as it suggests assuming the presence of pre-existing conditions without proper documentation, which could result in an unfair adjustment. This is in line with Florida's rules for fair claims practices, where claims must be thoroughly evaluated before making a decision. Florida Statutes Chapter 626. Question 3. Which of the following is most likely to be an exclusion under a typical homeowner's insurance policy for property damage? A. Damage caused by vandalism. B. Damage caused by a fire resulting from a lightning strike. C. Damage caused by an earthquake. D. Damage caused by a fallen tree during a storm. Answer. C. Damage caused by an earthquake. Explanation. Earthquake damage is often excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies as this type of coverage typically requires a separate earthquake endorsement or policy. Most homeowners policies will cover fire, vandalism, and storm damage, but earthquake damage is usually excluded unless specifically added. Option is incorrect because damage caused by vandalism is generally covered under a standard homeowners policy. Option B is incorrect because damage caused by a lightning strike is typically covered under a homeowners policy. Option D is incorrect because damage caused by a fallen tree during a storm is generally covered under a standard policy, assuming the tree fell due to a windstorm or other covered peril. This reflects the standard coverage and exclusions under most Florida homeowners policies, which are subject to state regulations and the Florida Insurance Code, Chapter 626. Question 4. Mr. Harris submits a claim for damage to his property caused by a lightning strike. Upon inspection, the adjuster notices that the damage is minimal, but that Mr. Harris had recently purchased additional personal property insurance as an endorsement to his homeowner's policy. What should the adjuster do next? A. Approve the claim and pay the full amount based on the endorsement. B. Review the policy to verify the coverage and confirm if lightning damage is included under the endorsement. C. Deny the claim due to the minimal damage. D. Offer a reduced payout since the damage is minimal. Answer. B. Review the policy to verify the coverage and confirm if lightning damage is included under the endorsement. Explanation. The adjuster must first verify the specific terms of the endorsement to determine whether lightning damage is covered under the additional personal property insurance, even though the damage is minimal. The adjuster must ensure that the policy provides coverage for lightning strikes and verify the terms of the endorsement before making any payout. Option is incorrect because the adjuster must confirm the coverage under the endorsement before approving the claim. Option C is incorrect because denying the claim outright is premature without understanding the specifics of the policy and endorsement. Option D is incorrect because the payout should not be reduced without a full understanding of the policy's coverage terms. This process aligns with Florida's fair claims practices and ensures the proper investigation of all claims. Florida Statutes Chapter 626. Question 5. Scenario: Ms. Wilson is filing a claim for her automobile that was damaged in an accident. The accident was caused by another driver who was at fault, but Ms. Wilson's policy only provides liability coverage. What should Ms. Wilson do to cover the damage to her vehicle? A. File a claim under her liability coverage to repair her own vehicle. B. File a claim with the other driver's insurance for damages. C. Accept the claim denial and not pursue any further action. D. File a claim under her uninsured motorist coverage for the damage. Answer: B. File a claim with the other driver's insurance for damages. Explanation: since Ms. Wilson's automobile insurance only provides liability coverage, it will not cover her own vehicle's damage. However, because the other driver is at fault, Ms. Wilson should file a claim with the other driver's insurance company for property damage. If the other driver is uninsured or underinsured, Ms. Wilson may need to file under her own uninsured motorist coverage if she has it. Option A is incorrect because liability coverage only covers damages to other parties, not the policyholder's own vehicle. Option C is incorrect because Ms. Wilson should pursue a claim with the at-fault driver's insurer. Option D is incorrect because uninsured motorist coverage typically applies to bodily injury and not property damage, unless specifically stated. This decision follows the basic principle of liability and property damage claims under Florida auto insurance law, specifically in line with the Florida motor vehicle no-fault law. Question 6. An adjuster is reviewing a workers' compensation claim for an employee who sustained an injury on the job. The injury resulted in permanent disability, and the adjuster needs to calculate the appropriate compensation. Which of the following should the adjuster consider when determining the compensation for permanent disability? A. The employee's prior injuries. B. The employee's ability to perform their job functions. C. The employee's income from any other job they hold. D. The employee's medical history unrelated to the work injury. Answer: B. The employee's ability to perform their job functions. Explanation: when determining compensation for permanent disability under workers' compensation, the adjuster must consider how the injury affects the employee's ability to perform their job functions. This is the primary factor in calculating the extent of disability and the corresponding compensation. Option A is incorrect because prior injuries are not typically a factor unless they are related to the current claim. Option C is incorrect because workers' compensation is based on the injury sustained at the current job and not on other income sources. Option D is incorrect because only medical history related to the current work-related injury is relevant for compensation. This follows Florida's workers' compensation law, which ensures that workers are compensated for job-related injuries and disabilities. Florida Statutes Chapter 440. Question 7. Which of the following best describes the purpose of an assignment of benefits (AOB) in Florida insurance claims? A. To transfer the policyholder's right to file a claim to a third party. B. To ensure that the insurance company pays the policyholder directly. C. To allow the insurance company to negotiate settlement on behalf of the insured. D. To create a legal contract between the insurance company and the claimant. Answer A. To transfer the policyholder's right to file a claim to a third party. Explanation: an assignment of benefits (AOB) allows the policyholder to transfer their right to pursue a claim or receive benefits directly to a third party, such as a contractor. This allows the third party to deal directly with the insurance company for payment, but it also places certain responsibilities on the third party, including ensuring that the claim is valid and within policy coverage. Option B is incorrect because the AOBs do not guarantee payment to the policyholder directly. Instead, they assign payment to a third party. Option C is incorrect because an AOB does not involve the insurance company negotiating settlements, of the third party must negotiate directly with the insurer. Option D is incorrect because the AOB does not create a contract between the insurer and the claimant, but rather transfers rights to the third party. AOBs are governed by Florida law, Chapter 627, and can be a controversial practice with specific regulations regarding transparency in the assignment process. Question 8. Which of the following actions would be considered an unfair claims practice under Florida law? A. Requiring a claimant to provide additional documentation to verify damages. B. Denying a claim without conducting a proper investigation of the facts. C. Offering a settlement that is within the limits of the policy coverage. D. Disputing a claim with the claimant's attorney present. Answer. B. Denying a claim without conducting a proper investigation of the facts. Explanation. Under Florida's insurance laws, denying a claim without conducting a thorough investigation is considered an unfair claims practice. The adjuster must ensure that all relevant facts are considered before making a decision, and failing to investigate fully before denying a claim can lead to penalties under Florida statute Chapter 626. Option is incorrect because requesting additional documentation is a standard procedure to verify a claim. Option C is incorrect because offering a settlement within the policy limits is not an unfair practice. Option D is incorrect because disputing a claim with the claimant's attorney present is a normal part of the claims process and does not constitute unfair practices. Florida law requires that insurance companies and adjusters act in good faith when processing claims and ensure fair treatment for all parties involved. Question 9. An adjuster is reviewing a claim for flood damage under the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). The adjuster notices that the damage includes both structural and personal property losses. Which of the following is true about the coverage of these two types of damages? A. The policy will cover both structural and personal property damage under the same terms. B. Structural damage is covered, but personal property is not covered under flood policies. C. Both structural damage and personal property damage are covered, but personal property is subject to a separate limit. D. Personal property damage is only covered if it is caused by wind-driven rain. Answer. C. Both structural damage and personal property damage are covered, but personal property is subject to a separate limit. Explanation. Under the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP), both structural damage and personal property are typically covered, but personal property damage is subject to separate limits. The coverage for personal property is generally limited to items such as clothing, furniture, and electronics, while structural coverage applies to the building itself. This distinction is crucial when evaluating a flood claim. Option A is incorrect because the coverage for structural and personal property damage is different under NFIP. Option B is incorrect because personal property damage is covered, but there are separate limits for it. Option D is incorrect because the cause of the damage is not typically tied to wind-driven rain. Flood damage coverage is based on the flooding event itself. This follows the coverage terms set forth by the NFIP and is governed by both federal regulations and Florida's state insurance laws. Question 10. An adjuster is handling a claim where the insured's property was damaged by a fire. The insured submits an estimate for repairs that is significantly higher than the adjuster's estimate. What should the adjuster do next? A. Reject the insured's estimate and pay based on their own lower estimate. B. Discuss the discrepancy with the insured and request further documentation to justify the higher cost. C. Automatically agree to the higher estimate to avoid conflict. D. Offer a compromise between the two estimates without further investigation. Answer. B. Discuss the discrepancy with the insured and request further documentation to justify the higher cost. Explanation. When there is a discrepancy between the insured's estimate and the adjuster's estimate, the adjuster should engage in a dialogue with the insured and request additional documentation or explanations to justify the higher cost. This ensures the adjuster can make an informed decision based on proper information in accordance with fair claims handling practices. Option A is incorrect because rejecting the insured's estimate without investigation would violate fair claims handling procedures. Option C is incorrect because agreeing to the higher estimate without justification could lead to overpayment. Option D is incorrect because offering a compromise without fully understanding the discrepancies could lead to improper claims settlement. This follows the standards of fair claims handling as outlined in Florida Statute Chapter 626. Question 11. Which of the following actions would likely result in a policyholder's claim being denied under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. The damage was caused by a burst pipe in the home. B. The damage was caused by termites which are not covered by the policy. C. The damage occurred as a result of a fire caused by electrical malfunction. D. The damage was caused by a fallen tree during a windstorm. Answer: B. The damage was caused by termites, which are not covered by the policy. Explanation: Homeowners insurance typically does not cover damage caused by termites or other infestations unless specific coverage has been added to the policy. In contrast, damage caused by burst pipes, fire, or windstorms is generally covered under standard homeowners policies. Option is incorrect because burst pipes are typically covered under homeowners insurance. Option C is incorrect because fire caused by electrical malfunction is usually covered by homeowners insurance. Option D is incorrect because damage caused by a fallen tree during a windstorm is typically covered under most homeowners policies. Question 12. An insurance company is reviewing a claim for a stolen vehicle. The policyholder claims that the vehicle was stolen from a parking lot, but the vehicle is not listed on the insured's policy as a covered vehicle. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim because the vehicle is not listed as covered. B. Approve the claim if the vehicle was stolen under circumstances consistent with the policy. C. Notify the policyholder that coverage for the vehicle will be added retroactively. D. Investigate further and ask the policyholder for proof that the vehicle was insured under a different policy. Answer A. Deny the claim because the vehicle is not listed as covered. Explanation: The insurance policy only covers vehicles that are listed as covered. If the vehicle in question is not included in the policy, the claim should be denied unless the policyholder can prove that the vehicle was covered or added to the policy. Option B is incorrect because the vehicle must be listed on the policy to be covered. Option C is incorrect because coverage cannot be added retroactively unless specifically stated in the policy. Option D is incorrect because the vehicle must be explicitly listed on the policy to qualify for coverage. Question 13. An adjuster receives a claim for water damage caused by a malfunctioning appliance. The insured is requesting reimbursement for the appliance itself in addition to the water damage to their property. What should the adjuster consider? A. The policy typically covers water damage but does not cover appliance replacement. B. The appliance is covered under the homeowner's policy as a personal property item. C. The adjuster should offer to repair the appliance and pay for the water damage. D. The appliance is covered under a separate warranty, not the insurance policy. Answer A. The policy typically covers water damage but does not cover appliance replacement. Explanation: Homeowners insurance policies generally cover damage caused by malfunctioning appliances, such as water damage to the property. However, most policies do not cover the replacement or repair of the appliance itself unless it is explicitly covered by a home warranty or an extended coverage endorsement. Option B is incorrect because the appliance is not usually covered under standard homeowners policies unless specifically listed. Option C is incorrect because the adjuster is not responsible for repairing the appliance, they should focus on the water damage. Option D is incorrect because if the appliance is covered by a warranty, the insurance policy typically will not cover it. Question 14. A policyholder files a claim for a theft loss under their homeowner's policy. The adjuster discovers that the policyholder failed to report the theft to the police within the time frame specified by the policy. What action should the adjuster take? A. Deny the claim because the police report was not filed on time. B. Approve the claim but warn the policyholder to report future thefts promptly. C. Request the policyholder to file the police report now and approve the claim once it's filed. D. Approve the claim based on the circumstances despite the late police report. Answer A. Deny the claim because the police report was not filed on time. Explanation: Most homeowners insurance policies require the policyholder to report thefts to the police within a specified time frame. Failure to do so could result in the denial of the claim as it violates the terms of the policy. Option B is incorrect because the policyholder's failure to file the report on time cannot be overlooked. Option C is incorrect because the time frame for reporting the theft is part of the policy's terms. Option D is incorrect because approving the claim without adherence to policy terms would be improper. Question 15. During the investigation of a property damage claim, the adjuster suspects that the damage may have been intentionally caused. What is the adjuster's next step? A. Approve the claim after further evaluation of the facts. B. Notify the insured of the suspicion and request additional evidence. C. Deny the claim immediately and report it to the authorities. D. Initiate an investigation with the involvement of the insurance company's fraud unit. Answer: D. Initiate an investigation with the involvement of the insurance company's fraud unit. Explanation: If the adjuster suspects intentional damage, they must initiate an investigation and involve the insurance company's fraud unit. This ensures the proper handling of potential fraudulent claims while adhering to legal and regulatory standards. Option is incorrect because the adjuster should not approve a claim if fraud is suspected. Option B is incorrect because notifying the insured without conducting a full investigation would not be appropriate. Option C is incorrect because the claim should not be denied outright until a full investigation is conducted. Question 16. An insured has filed a claim for damage caused by a falling tree during a windstorm. The adjuster determines that the tree was diseased and would have fallen even without the windstorm. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim because the tree would have fallen without the storm. B. Approve the claim since windstorm damage is generally covered under the policy. C. Ask the insured to submit evidence proving the windstorm caused the tree to fall. D. Approve only the damage caused to the structure but not the removal of the tree. Answer A. Deny the claim because the tree would have fallen without the storm. Explanation. If the adjuster determines that the tree would have fallen regardless of the storm due to disease, the damage is not considered to have been caused by the windstorm, which is typically the cause of loss covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy. Option B is incorrect because the storm must be the direct cause of the damage. Option C is incorrect because the adjuster has already determined that the tree would have fallen without the storm. Option D is incorrect because the claim should be denied due to the cause of the damage being unrelated to the storm. Question 17. A policyholder submits a claim for a lost item under their homeowner's insurance policy. The insured provides an itemized list and receipts. However, the adjuster notices discrepancies in the receipts. What should the adjuster do next? A. Deny the claim outright due to the discrepancies. B. Approve the claim, assuming the discrepancies are clerical errors. C. Ask the policyholder for clarification and additional documentation to resolve the discrepancies. D. Ignore the discrepancies and process the claim as normal. Answer. C. Ask the policyholder for clarification and additional documentation to resolve the discrepancies. Explanation. If there are discrepancies in the receipts or documentation provided, the adjuster should seek clarification from the policyholder and request additional proof to support the claim. This ensures that the claim is processed accurately and fairly. Option is incorrect because the claim should not be denied outright without understanding the discrepancies. Option B is incorrect because assuming clerical errors could lead to improper claim handling. Option D is incorrect because ignoring discrepancies could result in improper settlement or even fraud. Question 18. An adjuster is reviewing a claim for water damage caused by a roof leak. The insured claims that the leak started after a recent storm, but the adjuster notices that the roof is old and appears to have had pre-existing damage. What should the adjuster do next? A. Deny the claim because the roof had pre-existing damage. B. Approve the claim because the storm could have caused additional damage. C. Investigate further to determine if the storm caused additional damage or if the leak was due to pre-existing conditions. D. Recommend the insured replace the roof but approve the water damage claim. Answer. C. Investigate further to determine if the storm caused additional damage or if the leak was due to pre-existing conditions. Explanation. The adjuster should investigate further to determine whether the storm caused the damage or whether the leak was due to pre-existing conditions. If the roof's damage was already present before the storm, the adjuster will need to assess the extent of the storm's contribution to the damage and whether any storm-related damages are covered under the policy. Option is incorrect because pre-existing damage does not automatically void the claim and further investigation is needed to establish the cause of the leak. Option B is incorrect because assuming the storm caused the damage without investigating would be premature. Option D is incorrect because recommending a roof replacement without fully assessing the claim would not be appropriate at this stage. Question 19. A policyholder reports a claim for damages from an electrical fire that occurred in their kitchen. The policyholder indicates that the fire started because of faulty wiring. The adjuster reviews the policy and sees that electrical issues are excluded from coverage. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim based on the electrical issue exclusion in the policy. B. Approve the claim since the fire was accidental. C. Offer the policyholder assistance in repairing the wiring. D. Approve the claim but only pay for the damage to personal property, not the structure. Answer A. Deny the claim based on the electrical issue exclusion in the policy. Explanation. If the policy specifically excludes coverage for electrical issues such as faulty wiring, the adjuster must deny the claim for the cause of loss related to electrical faults. Even though the fire is accidental, the policy exclusion prevents coverage for electrical-related damage. Option B is incorrect because the policy's exclusion for electrical issues overrides the accidental nature of the fire Option C is incorrect because providing assistance for wiring repair would not be appropriate if the damage is excluded by the policy. Option D is incorrect because the exclusion applies to both the structural damage and personal property damage caused by faulty wiring. Question 20. An adjuster receives a claim for water damage in an insured's basement. The insured states that the water entered due to a heavy rainstorm. However, the adjuster finds that the basement's foundation had multiple cracks that allowed the water to seep in. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim for the water damage caused by the rainstorm. B. Deny the claim because the water damage was due to pre-existing cracks in the foundation. C. Approve the claim but recommend that the insured repair the foundation. D. Deny the claim because water damage due to foundation issues is typically not covered. Answer: D. Deny the claim because water damage due to foundation issues is typically not covered. Explanation: most standard homeowners policies do not cover water damage caused by foundation issues such as cracks in the basement. The water damage would be considered a result of the insured's failure to maintain the property, making it ineligible for coverage under typical policies. Option A is incorrect because the rainstorm did not directly cause the damage, it was exacerbated by the pre-existing cracks in the foundation. Option B is incorrect because the water damage was caused by the condition of the foundation, which is generally excluded from coverage. Option C is incorrect because while recommending repairs is a good practice, it does not change the fact that the claim should be denied due to policy exclusions. Question 21. An adjuster is handling a claim for vandalism to a commercial property. The policyholder claims that the damage occurred overnight, but the police report shows that the incident occurred during the day and surveillance footage contradicts the policyholder's account. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to inconsistencies between the police report and the policyholder's statement. B. Approve the claim after giving the policyholder the benefit of the doubt. C. Investigate further and ask the policyholder to provide additional explanations. D. Approve the claim, assuming the surveillance footage was tampered with. Answer A. Deny the claim due to inconsistencies between the police report and the policyholder's statement. Explanation: inconsistent statements from the policyholder and evidence such as the police report and surveillance footage can indicate possible fraudulent behavior or misrepresentation. The adjuster should deny the claim based on these inconsistencies and, if necessary, report the issue to the insurance company's fraud division for further investigation. Option B is incorrect because giving the policyholder the benefit of the doubt could lead to fraudulent claims being paid. Option C is incorrect because the discrepancies in the statements and evidence should prompt a claim denial, not further investigation without clear justification. Option D is incorrect because assuming the footage was tampered with without proper evidence would not be appropriate. Question 22. An insured submits a claim for water damage caused by a sump pump failure. The policyholder did not maintain the pump regularly. The adjuster reviews the policy and notices that flood damage is excluded. What should the adjuster do next? A. Deny the claim due to the exclusion for flood damage. B. Approve the claim based on the sump pump failure, which is unrelated to flood damage. C. Deny the claim because the failure of the pump was due to lack of maintenance. D. Approve the claim, but only pay for the pump repair, not the water damage. Answer: C. Deny the claim because the failure of the pump was due to lack of maintenance. Explanation: insurance policies often exclude claims caused by the failure of appliances or systems due to lack of maintenance. Since the water damage was caused by the sump pump failure and the policyholder failed to maintain the pump, the claim should be denied. Option is incorrect because the cause of the damage was the sump pump failure, not flood damage. Option B is incorrect because the pump failure is linked to lack of maintenance and most policies do not cover such claims. Option D is incorrect because the claim is being denied due to lack of maintenance, not covered under the policy. Question 23. An adjuster is handling a claim for damage to a vehicle caused by a hailstorm. The insured provides an estimate for repairs, but the adjuster believes the cost is inflated. What should the adjuster do? A. Accept the insured's estimate and approve the payment. B. Reject the insured's estimate and provide their own lower estimate. C. Ask the insured for additional supporting documents to justify the inflated estimate. D. Ask the insured to reduce the estimate to match the adjuster's own assessment. Answer: C. Ask the insured for additional supporting documents to justify the inflated estimate. Explanation: when there is a discrepancy between the insured's estimate and the adjuster's assessment, the adjuster should ask for supporting documentation or additional details that can explain the higher cost. This ensures the claim is handled fairly and transparently. Option is incorrect because approving the claim based on an inflated estimate could result in overpayment. Option B is incorrect because rejecting the insured's estimate without a discussion is not appropriate. Option D is incorrect because forcing the insured to reduce the estimate could lead to an unfair resolution. Question 24. An insured has a homeowner's policy with a $1,000 deductible. A tree falls on the insured's house during a windstorm, causing $3,000 in damage. The insurance company estimates the repair cost to be $3,500. What is the amount the insured will receive from the insurance company? A. $2,000. B. $2,500. C. $3,500. D. $4,500. Answer B. $2,500. Explanation. The insured has a $1,000 deductible which is subtracted from the total repair cost. The insurance company will pay for the repair costs minus the deductible, $3,500 estimated repair cost, $1,000 deduct 2 equals $2,500. Option is incorrect because it only accounts for the deductible, not the remaining amount. Option C is incorrect because it doesn't consider the deductible. Option D is incorrect because it exceeds the repair costs. Question 25. A homeowner's policy includes an exclusion for wear and tear. The homeowner files a claim for damage caused by a leaking pipe that was caused by years of gradual deterioration. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim because the damage was caused by wear and tear. B. Approve the claim because the pipe leak was unexpected. C. Pay for the damage, but only if the leak was discovered during a covered event. D. Recommend the homeowner repair the pipe and resubmit the claim. Answer A. Deny the claim because the damage was caused by wear and tear. Explanation. The policy excludes damage caused by wear and tear, which includes gradual deterioration over time. Since the pipe's condition worsened over years, the adjuster should deny the claim based on the exclusion. Option B is incorrect because the pipe's damage falls under the wear and tear exclusion. Option C is incorrect because the damage caused by wear and tear is not covered regardless of the event. Option D is incorrect because the damage is excluded by the policy and cannot be resubmitted under different circumstances. Question 26. A driver crashes into a guardrail after losing control of their vehicle during a snowstorm. The driver has comprehensive coverage on their auto policy. The insurance adjuster determines that the accident was due to driver error and not the storm itself. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to driver error. B. Approve the claim because the driver had comprehensive coverage. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout by 50% due to the weather conditions. D. Deny the claim due to weather-related exclusions. Answer B. Approve the claim because the driver had comprehensive coverage. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage typically covers damage to the vehicle caused by events like snowstorms, even if driver error contributed to the accident. The adjuster should approve the claim as comprehensive coverage is not affected by driver error. Option A is incorrect because driver error does not automatically disqualify the claim if comprehensive coverage is in place. Option C is incorrect because the storm itself is not the cause of denial and no payout reduction is needed. Option D is incorrect because weather-related exclusions usually apply to other types of coverage, not comprehensive coverage. Question 27. An insurance policyholder files a claim for property damage after a flood. The policy excludes flood damage, but the policyholder has a separate flood insurance policy with the same insurer. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim and advise the policyholder to file under the flood policy. B. Approve the claim under the primary property policy. C. Direct the insured to file a claim with FEMA. D. Deny the claim because flood damage is excluded in the primary policy. Answer A. Deny the claim and advise the policyholder to file under the flood policy. Explanation. Flood damage is excluded from most standard property policies. Since the policyholder has a separate flood insurance policy, the adjuster should deny the claim under the primary property policy and direct the policyholder to submit the claim to the flood insurance policy for coverage. Option B is incorrect because flood damage is excluded in the primary property policy. Option C is incorrect because the insured's flood insurance policy is the proper avenue for coverage, not FEMA. Option D is correct in denying the claim under the primary policy but does not fully guide the insured toward the flood insurance policy. Question 20. A business has commercial property insurance that includes coverage for fire and theft. The insured reports a claim for a break-in where several items were stolen. The adjuster verifies that the theft occurred but notices that the security system was not functioning properly at the time of the break-in. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to the broken security system. B. Approve the claim but reduce the payout by 50% due to the security lapse. C. Approve the claim in full as theft is covered under the policy. D. Investigate whether the insurance policy includes a provision related to security systems. Answer: D. Investigate whether the insurance policy includes a provision related to security systems. Explanation: some commercial property policies may include clauses requiring functional security systems for theft coverage. The adjuster should investigate whether such a provision exists and whether the failure of the security system affects the claim's validity. Option A is incorrect because the claim should not be denied outright without reviewing policy details regarding security system requirements. Option B is incorrect because no reduction should be applied without verifying the policy terms. Option C is incorrect because the adjuster needs to confirm if the malfunctioning security system impacts coverage. Question 29. A policyholder has a standard homeowner's policy that includes coverage for personal property but not for water damage. The policyholder files a claim for damage to their electronics caused by a burst pipe in the home. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim for water damage to the electronics. B. Approve the claim for water damage to the electronics as personal property is covered. C. Approve the claim for the water damage but deny coverage for the electronics. D. Deny the entire claim for water damage, including to personal property. Answer: A. Deny the claim for water damage to the electronics. Explanation: water damage is not typically covered in a standard homeowner's policy unless it is explicitly stated in the policy terms. Since water damage is excluded from the policy and the electronics are personal property, the claim should be denied. Option B is incorrect because water damage is excluded from coverage even if the items are personal property. Option C is incorrect because the water damage to the electronics would not be covered under the policy. Option D is incorrect because only the water damage would be denied, not all aspects of the claim. Question 30. A policyholder files a claim for vandalism to their car. The policyholder states that they found the damage after parking the car overnight in a public parking lot. The adjuster finds that the parking lot is not under surveillance and that there are no witnesses. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim due to the vandalism coverage. B. Deny the claim due to the lack of evidence or witness statements. C. Ask the policyholder to provide surveillance footage from the parking lot. D. Approve the claim, but reduce the payout by 50% due to lack of evidence. Answer: B. Deny the claim due to the lack of evidence or witness statements. Explanation: without evidence, such as surveillance footage or witness statements, the adjuster cannot verify that vandalism occurred. The lack of documentation or proof raises questions about the validity of the claim, and the adjuster may need to deny it. Option is incorrect because approval of the claim would be premature without proper evidence. Option C is incorrect because the policyholder cannot be expected to provide surveillance footage if the parking lot lacks surveillance. Option D is incorrect because a reduction in payout is not warranted without evidence or proof of vandalism.